Hi everyone, I am Shrungar Ragani અને આપણે ઘણી બધી જગ્યાએ ઘણા બધા એપિસોડમાં મળતા આવ્યા છે. But this is for the first time I'm doing an episode for the sake of Women's Day. In what better to have a lot amazing women, a huge talent block that I have sitting with me here, right? And I am obliged that they have chosen me. They have chosen and said that, Shraddha, you're going to be moderating this. So here I am with six amazing women, six amazing ladies, six amazing girls, right, who are making a huge change, but still keeping it normal for probably first, and it is going to probably be a series out of this. But then right now, this is a pilot thing we are doing for On Her Mic. Get set. Hi ladies, hi girls, how are you? So we are doing this for Women's Day.
Oh, yes.
અને જેટલા લોકો જેટલી women's આ જોવાની છે એ લોકોને એવું લાગે છે કે why are not they here તમારી સાથે વાત કરવા કેમ નથી બેઠા, બટ આપણે એ લોકોને એ ફીલ નથી કરાવવાનું. આપણે એ લોકોને એ જ રીતે ફીલ કરાવવાનું કે એ લોકો પણ એટલા જ નોર્મલ છે જેટલા તમે નોર્મલી you guys are out there in your profession, right, and still making a lot of difference and still making sure કે લાઈફમાં આજ તો કરવાનું છે, right? All of you have your own jobs, you're doing it very well. You are actually even making careers of a lot many other women, and I'm proud right now to be sitting here, right? And I just hope કે જેટલા લોકો આ જોવે છે એમને પણ થાય કે okay, I know these ladies and I'm just like them, right? Maybe their paths are different. Some of them may be a homemaker, some of them might be going out in a profession of professor, teacher, a lot different thing, right? Entrepreneurs. But it's just that, these females are making a new path and they are owning their own mic and they are owning their own career, they are owning their own future. And you guys are being the path breaker, the pioneers of this kind of talks. I'm really happy to be here. So, clap. Okay, great. That is definitely for you guys. So before આપણે બધી વાતોમાં ચાલુ કરીએ, રાઈટ, આપણે બધી વાતો સ્ટાર્ટ કરીએ, આપણે આ એક અમેઝિંગ સેશન ચાલુ કરીએ. I would want you guys, I know you guys, like I know you girls, sorry, I should not say guys, but I know you all of them, but for the sake of audience, આપણે બધાને એકવાર આપણું minor introduction આપી દઈએ. So yeah, why don't we start with you,
Okay.
and then we move like this. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I am Dr. Nidhi Bhatt. I am a periodontist. That is one of the branch of dentistry.
Mhm.
I have my own clinic,
Okay.
Florence Dental Clinic, and I am mother of one 4.5-year-old daughter,
Okay.
and I do practice dentistry. And thank God, now schools are started back on time, so I do practice full time. But during COVID time, it was part-time motherhood, part-time online classes, of course, and of course clinic. Everything I was juggling, and hopefully managed it quite well.
Okay, I'm definitely sure. આ પ્રોબ્લેમ મેં ઘણા મધર સાથે જોયો હતો કે આઈ થિંક એ લોકોએ બધાનું કિન્ડરગાર્ટન એ લોકોએ પાછું ભણ્યું છે કારણ કે kids they were just attending the class, moms they were actually doing the project.
I did do my nursery and playhouse, but I had to do it.
I'm sure તમે કર્યું જ
After
હશે.
being a dentist.
Yes.
Nice. So good to have you here.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Hi Shangar, I'm Hetsi Shah. I'm an event organizer, a fashion designer and a stylist.
Okay.
So I started my career since 2006 as an event organizer, and my specialty is managing and marketing of exhibition and fashion shows. Then I studied fashion designing as it was my passion forever. And in fashion, now I have my own studio since last 5 years in the name of Nakre Art in Style.
Oh.
Yeah.
You make girls do nakre.
Yeah. Many people ask me, why the name Nakre? So when we were looking for the names of my studio, I studied a lot things, then I say, everyone says, "Bo nakra hoy che girls na, ketlo time lyo cho tayar thama." Then I thought, let's give it a good structure, Nakre is an art. I'm like, it's
Only females.
yeah,
can-
only female.
Only females can own it. Okay, but nice. So it's like you have given Nakhre a legitimate status. कि नहीं ये तो बनता है. That's normal.
Yes.
Nice. Can we move on?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Khushbu Gusani, and like I studied my architecture. Like I think I finished before 3 years, and I did like I was doing my freelancing, and then over time I used to go to like our like showroom. Like we have a jewelry showroom.
Okay.
So like somehow I had like I don't know, but I was quite attracted, and I was quite interested into the business, because it was again like designing. So I anyways come from a designing field, and from my childhood I was too much into like paintings and drawings, and I loved doing like playing with colors. So somehow I went into architecture, finished it, did my freelancing, and then I joined our family business. And I am like now designing in like lots of different metals. So it's a very good experience, and I'm very happy. Like I'm working from last like continuously. I'm working from last 3 to 4 years in this field. Otherwise, when I was in my school, I even used to go to showroom. So I have a bit of partial experience from very young age that I used to go and work there. And it was in my childhood, like I used to go to showroom, and then at times I used to try to sell few of our jewelries, but I never succeed. And then one day, I don't know, like somehow I managed. And I still remember, like I was in my 9th standard, and at that time there was like a lot of rush in the showroom, and there was this one like maybe like not too old, but maybe 50 years old lady, and there was maybe her daughter-in-law.
Okay.
And I don't know, like somehow I managed to sell one Mangalsutra, I still remember. And that was my first sale. So I was so proud. And after like they left, I told my mom, like, I'm so proud, like, I managed to succeed. Like finally I sold one product. And from that day, I was like literally counting every time. Oh, and then I reached to 200. And then I was like, now I can't have a count of it. So then I stopped counting. Like now I don't know how many pieces I've sold. But then yeah, it was like a very proud moment for me. So that's like like proper memory for me. So it's like I'm very happy about it.
So, but first are always important, and I'm definitely sure, like,
Yeah.
and that too, like selling a Mangalsutra at an age of 9. I could not have sold a chewing gum. Yeah, I think you're born to probably make people happier in their
Yeah.
glittery life.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
but no, that's a great story, man. First are really important, and
Yeah.
I'm sure, like you said, you were proud, but I think your mother would have been prouder than what you are or you were then.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so you guys are mother and daughter, right?
Yes.
So, shall we move to the mother?
I'm Dimple Soni, running a business, jewelry business, since 15 years.
Okay.
Copper jewelry. Before 16 years, my husband passed away. Then
Okay.
I started this business and keep growing. જ્યારે સ્ટાર્ટિંગ કર્યું ત્યારે સાવ નાની એવી શોપથી સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યું હતું, રેન્ટેડ શોપથી સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યું હતું. એટલે ઇટ વોઝ લાઈક 136 સ્ક્વેર ફીટની નાની એવી રેન્ટેડ શોપ હતી. અને ત્યારથી પછી આ જર્ની છે. ડોટર અને સન બે છે, બેને મોટા કર્યા, સ્ટડી કમ્પ્લીટ કરાવ્યું. અને લાઈક
But yeah, Malam, what else could have been? This was the only thing that
Yeah.
could have been, and so yeah, it's as amazing. But I would say that that was the right path, and you chose it. That was
અને
તો
ત્યારે
perfect.
તો સન અને ડોટર બંને મારી સાથે બિઝનેસમાં છે બંને લાઈક વી આર
અને એ
વર્કિંગ
અત્યારે
લાઈક અ ટીમ
136 સ્ક્વેર ફીટ
Yeah.
થી અત્યારે કેટલા સ્ક્વેર ફીટ છે?
અત્યારે 310 સ્ક્વેર ફીટ છે અને હજી એક્સપાન્શનનું પ્લાનિંગ કરીએ છીએ. ઓલરેડી અમે લોકોએ જગ્યા લઈ લીધી છે. તો લાઈક 3-4 યર્સમાં પ્લાન છે કે અમે લોકો હજી મોટું કરશું.
Nice. It's already going great. Yeah.
Hello friends, my name is Nidhi Kapoor.
Okay.
I am an author, mentor and NLP expert. I help people rewire their subconscious for happiness, growth and success. I also help parents in guiding their children without struggling and in fact first upgrading themselves and then helping their children grow. I also help people dream big, to set goals and achieve them using my NLP techniques and tools.
Okay.
I overall would say I help people tap into their real potential and live a better, happy life. I have also authored this book, a small book for a self-help book for parents and students. It contains some science-based techniques, easy to follow, and it will give them wings to elevate their life. And I would suggest everyone to read it. It will be easy to digest, easy to follow.
Definitely. It's a student success fund. I think a lot of people needs to know a lot about basic understanding of children's psyche. As in, so that is amazing. But as much as I would hate to sound dumb, but for the sake of the video thing, I would ask you what is an NLP. The reason being, I think ઘણા લોકોને મતલબ નહીં ખબર હોય અને હા ઘણા લોકોને નહીં ખબર હોય અને કદાચ એમને ખબર હોય એના માટે આપણે એક recall થઈ જશે. So if you can just tell me, NLP શું હોય છે, क्या होता है ये?
NLP is basically neuro linguistic programming. In this we tell them that what our neurons accept, how our neurons work,
Okay.
how our body works after we first perceive in our mind and then we take action. So that is the language which our neurons understand, and there is a pattern there is what we generally call a habit. Why we perform or do anything in a particular habit form, why it is so, we can and how we can change it. So it is like a patterns we can reprogram it. These patterns we can rewire. So
Okay.
this is we can change if we study successful people. There is some particular pattern every successful people would be following it. So if we study that and if we imbibe that in ourselves, we will definitely be successful. It's simple learning that you need to be aware of first, understand that and then adapt it.
Nice. I think you have quite a lot of subjects to write about here as well, because these are amazing successful women out here, and I think all of these can make a great story. So maybe you have a next topic of your book.
Yes.
If it gets published, I'll charge a 10% commission. Okay, and we have the last one on the bench, on the sofa, I think. It's a real nice one.
Hello,
Good
friends.
line.
I am Himali Bavishi. I'm a makeup artist and I own a salon in Rajkot named Nita Salon. I belong from Sudan. I'm born and brought up there.
Okay.
I had my salon over there. It was running since last 17 to 18 years. Then I moved to India. That's like 4 years now.
Okay.
And because I had nothing to do, I was here for my kids' studies.
Okay.
And basically there were like all the time I was at home, so I wanted to do a job, but then I thought of with the kids and job, and you get into restrictions like working hours and all. So I started this salon, and I did not dream big about it. I just wanted to start with something little, but with the grace of God, and I'm really thankful for what I have right now. I started with something really small, and now I own a very big place, and from one floor we have extended to 3 floors, and hopefully I am willing to move on and expand more in this.
Oh wow, So I think everyone has. I think that's the gist of the story. That everyone has, really started from a very scratch, basic level, અને જે લેવલનું કદાચ રિસ્પોન્સ રાજકોટે આપ્યો છે, or maybe તમારા જે કોઈ કસ્ટમર્સ ક્લાયન્ટેલ from here or from outside of here, I think specifically for jewelry or maybe salon, તમને બહારના બી ક્લાયન્ટેલ અહીંયા ઘણા મળતા હશે, or even for the sake of fashion.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how many people turn out for periodontics. Thing to get into. Yeah.
It doesn't
Uh,
too many because outside of India, medical
Tourism
is very
treatments are very expensive, and again, countries like Africa or other countries, there also the doctors are not too experienced, and also
I've
we
heard
know so many people coming to India just for treatments.
specifically for dentistry thing.
Yes,
I've heard
yes,
that a lot.
yes,
I
yes,
actually,
yes.
મારા ઘણા બધા relatives એવા છે કે જે લોકો બહારથી અહીંયા આવે છે for specifically for their dentistry
Yeah.
treatment.
Yes, yes.
Because it's not covered up in the insurance over there, and it's very expensive.
Very
Really
expensive.
expensive.
Even
Like
people from
different-
US, they travel all the way from US to India just for
Yeah,
So-
that's why the
so
flights are
then-
cheaper, like
Yeah.
in comparison
Cheaper than
in comparison to the exchanges.
Yes.
But that is nice. So salon, dentistry treatments, the confidence building, the parenting, the jewelry thing, the fashion. I think we could have even called a model and made them, do a whole,
Makeover.
makeover. Right?
available here.
You could have designed their smile to give them a confidence to smile, very much confidently. For a model, specifically for, all the field that you have been, a hairless doesn't sound good. I would not want to go for a wig.
We can give you a good look for that also, don't
Yes.
worry.
Cool. Next time we'll try that. I don't mind. But no, amazing. The introduction part was basically કે જેટલા લોકો નથી જાણતા એ લોકો જાણે છે કે ઘણા લોકોની સાથે હું ક્યારેક મળતો હોઉં છું ને, તો એવું હોય છે કે યાર રાજકોટમાં હજી છે ને, I'm specifically saying Rajkot for that sake, any small towns, we say કે small towns માં હજી women are not taking up that charge, right? આપણે કે યાર આ બધી વસ્તુ તો મુંબઈ દિલ્હીમાં હોતી હોય છે, right? કે જ્યાં women are doing a lot of work, taking a lot of the charge of the family, right? And still keeping their family life in place, right? So I just wanted to tell to people કે એવું નથી યાર, એવું નથી. Every town, like, may be small, may be big, but the women are the same, right? They are the hard fighters, but then they know how to make it normal. If you ask any of you, or maybe કોઈ બી woman છે already આ વસ્તુ જોવે છે, right? એની લાઈફમાં બી એ છે કે ચાર વસ્તુ ભેગી મેનેજ કરતી છે, and still at the end of the day she will feel like
Women
Okay.
are good
Yeah.
multitaskers.
Yes.
good multitaskers. Yes,
Multitaskers.
I can say. So એ જ કહું છું ને કે એ લોકોને at the end of the day પૂછો કેવો રહ્યો દિવસ, normal, nothing special. મતલબ this is how they so like my wife, she she'll wake up at 6 in the morning, college જશે, handle all the college activities as a professor, then બપોરે ઘરે આવશે, એનું બીજું બધું કામ કરશે, મારા જે કંઈ કામ હશે એનું બધું સેટઅપ જે બધું હશે, and then in the evening how was your day? Normal. Big deal. If I will do that, I'll be like મેં ચાર વસ્તુ કરી તો ચાર આખો દિવસ ઘરે. So this is how normal lives are. એટલે like આપણે થોડી વાર પહેલા વાત કરતા હતા કે we celebrate women's day, right? For the sake કે women કેટલું બધું amazing કરે છે, right? But how જે આપણે રીતે કન્સિડર કરતા હોય છે કે આપણે પહેલા કેમ કન્સિડર કરતા હતા કે મેન છે તો એ જોબ કરવા જશે, એ કામ કરવા જશે, વિમેન છે તો એ ઘર સંભાળશે. For us that was the normal. Why can't we just be like કે હા વિમેન છે તો એ જોબ પર કરે છે, કામ પર કરે છે, ઘર પર સંભાળે છે, મેન છે તો એ જોબ પર કરે છે, બિઝનેસ પર કરે છે, ઘર પર સંભાળે છે, રાઈટ? ઇટ્સ ઓલ નોર્મલ, લાઈક દેર ઇઝ નો જેન્ડર બાયસ થિંગ પછી આપણે કરી નાખી છે. ઇટ્સ અરે આઈ ડોન્ટ બ્લેમ એનીવન ફોર ધેટ બિકોઝ એ આપણા કલ્ચરમાં વર્ષોથી ચાલતું આવેલું છે. ઇટ્સ જસ્ટ કે લાઈક આપણને એક વસ્તુની આદત પડી ગઈ છે. આદત ચેન્જ થતા આઈ થિંક વાર લાગશે. But
But see, I like to add something. It depends on person to person.
Exactly.
Like, look at my story. I have a daughter who is 11-year-old
Mhm.
now, right? After my delivery, as I used to work since 2006, so delivery, pachi to I was in depression, ઘરે જ બેઠું રહેવાનું, just changing the diapers and all that. So my husband was, you move out of the house. And we took the decision. My daughter was just 8 months old. રાજકોટમાં ત્યારે ચાઇલ્ડ કેર સિસ્ટમ હજી નવી જ હતી.
okay.
ચાઇલ્ડ કેરમાં કિડ્સને મૂકવા જાય વર્કિંગ મધર્સ, રાઈટ? સો ઇટ વોઝ લકીલી મારા ઘરની પાસે જ હતી. સો આઈ ટુક અ પાર્ટ ટાઈમ જોબ, ફ્રીલાન્સિંગ જોબ ફોર 2 hours, અને હું 2 hours માટે મારી ડોટરને ત્યાં મૂકવા જતી હતી. શી વોઝ જસ્ટ 8 months old, right? And I have a big joint family. So badhani permission, everyone was shocked, like my husband's parents, my parents, okay, why do you want to put your 8-year-old child,
8 months
sorry,
old.
8-month-old child into childcare? So my husband was like, right now to take care of my mental status was very important. So yeah, and my husband helped me out with everything. Then slowly my daughter also got used to it. એ 6 વર્ષની થઈ ને ત્યાં સુધી એને ખબર જ નથી કે મધર્સ ઘરે હોય. અમારા ફેમિલીમાંથી એને કઝિને કીધું, તારી મોમ કેમ નથી હોતી? અમારી મોમ રોજ સાંજે અમારી સાથે ગાર્ડનમાં આવે છે, વાય ડોન્ટ યોર મોમ કમ? ત્યારે એને ખબર પડી કે ઓ મોમ હેવ ટુ બી એટ હોમ, શી ઇઝ like grown up normal, like a dad or factory જાય, mom goes to her own studio. So yeah, but thankfully I have a supportive family and understanding husband. So yeah,
and still see why I am interrupting here કે ઘણા લોકો કહે છે કે ઓ એની ડોટરને એમ થતું કે મોમ ઘરે ન હોય, but that is not a problem.
That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Like એટલે તમે પોઝિટિવલી see તમે કેટલો ટાઈમ વિતાવો છો એ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ નથી, તમે કેવો ટાઈમ વિતાવો છો તમારા ચાઇલ્ડ સાથે, that is more
that's
important,
important.
right?
Even if it's just 1 hour or half an hour or just the
Yeah.
sleep time, it matters કે તમે કેટલું એની સાથે બોન્ડ રાખો છો.
True.
અને that little moment will create a memory.
Yes.
It's not important to spend the whole day and એનું એમ કહેવાનું કે I was the whole day with the kid.
Yeah, right.
Instead, it's fine. I was working, but the time
Yeah.
when I came home, I had a quality time.
હા, એટલે તમે ઓછો ટાઈમ વિતાવો, that is okay. But if that is a quality time, if ઈ 1 કલાક અથવા even 15 મિનિટ
Right.
તમે એને એવો ટાઈમ આપો છો કે that kid knows કે nothing in their life can
It's
replace
going
that
to-
time,
Right,
right?
yes.
Nothing in their life, even if એ લોકો આખો દિવસ તમને નહીં જોઈ, but ઈ 1 કલાક એવી એના માટે હોય કે એને ખબર છે કે 23 કલાકની સામે 1 કલાક ભારી પડે છે.
Right.
I think the job is well done.
Even I try. Even I have imbibed that. Like I end my day by cuddling with my kids, narrating them stories. It even nurtures child within me. That is where I feel that the whole day stress get released. I get better sleep and get recharged for the next day. So that is very important. How well you spend, what quality time you spend with your kids.
See, this is a perfect point કે specifically જ્યારે women in પ્રોફેશનલ લાઈફની વાત આવતી હોય છે ત્યારે ઘણા ફેમિલીમાં પ્રોબ્લેમ તો ક્વેશ્ચન્સ આવતા હોય છે કે અત્યારે કરી લો, પછી when you will be a mother you won't be able to do this and that, because પછી તમારે ઘર સંભાળવાનું આવશે, છોકરું મોટું થાય ત્યાં સુધી તો કેમ જવાય, રાઈટ? તમે ટાઈમ કેમ આપી શકો? તો એ બધા ક્વેશ્ચન્સ આવતા જ હોય છે. બટ if you're actually out doing it, it is very easily doable, right? Working women na kids no je growth hoy છે અને like I'm not saying કે homemakers in a negative way, but homemakers na kid જે રીતે growth થાય છે એ જ રીતે working women na growth થાય. There's no much difference. The good case scenario can happen anywhere, the bad case scenarios can happen anywhere. It's all about એની આજુબાજુનું સર્કલ કેવું, રાઈટ? ફેમિલીમાં કેવા લોકો શું વાત કરે છે, કઈ બાબતે વાત કરે છે, how well do you know your child, how well does your child know you, right? ખાલી એવું નથી હોતું ને કે આપણે આપણા ચાઇલ્ડ ઉપર નજર રાખવી હોય, అప్పుడు చైల్డ్ యాప్ पर नजर रखते हुए very much kids these days are smarter than
Much more the
anyone.
second point. Yeah, true.
So we see a lot of ads on the same scenario. Your child is watching you.
Yeah.
So whatever you are doing is actually even forming their careers, their mindset. I think we already have a good example here sitting with us. But yeah, so child do keep a watch on us. So I'm happy to see that all of you are actually saying this out loud. Okay, you also have a kid.
Yes.
Do you have any stories like?
I have stories as a kid and for my kid.
Okay. I think અમારે બધાય સાંભળવા માંગશું. I think and જે લોકો જોતા છે એ લોકો પણ સાંભળવા માંગશે. You can share couple of them.
As a kid, my mother was very strong woman. Is
Okay.
very strong woman. She was very sure that she wants to make her child, me and my brother, study in English medium schools.
Okay.
Okay, so she and convent schools.
Okay.
Okay, so she was very determined that I will do whatever it takes to make my kids go to
A convent school.
convent school. So we have my father is a doctor. We have a hospital in Chotila that is 50 kilometers from Rajkot. So she traveled. She
Okay.
used to travel every day with me and my brother.
Every day.
Yes, with me and my brother to get our schooling done.
Okay.
Then we have a house over here. My dada used to live here. So she used to live here with my grandparents, and my father used to live there.
In Chotila.
Yeah, yes, in Chotila. We have a house there also. But they managed that
Hmm.
every second day. I'm talking about 30 years now, when transportation was
A
not
big issue.
It was a big issue, and somehow we managed. And that's how she was determined, and she was supported by my father and my family. So we studied in good school, we went to good college, and again for dentistry, if we talk about, it was very clear that I wanted to do dentistry, where I was having an option of choosing medicine, but I did go for dentistry because that was something I really wanted to do. And till date, other than any dentistry, I don't know anything else.
You know quite a good thing, lady. So.
I don't know anything else than dentistry. Maybe mother would also not come because that holds first position. But that's how I studied, and that's how my mother contributed. Other thing I would like to say is when it comes to my daughter, Arohi, she is 4.5 years old, but she knows that mama needs to go to clinic. At times she says that I would come with you, but there was COVID time. Of course, 2.5-year-old child would not understand that time. But I could not take her with me to my clinic, of course, because of the safety precautions. And eventually now she understands that mama needs to go and she'll come back. And then now we talk, like I ask her what she did in her school, and she asked me what treatment I did for my parents.
I think she's going to be a dentist. Or she'll hate it to so much core that probably like, नहीं mama ये तो नहीं करना है.
Be a firefighter, and I'm like, beta, yes, you can be a firefighter.
Oh, that's interesting.
My daughter says the same thing.
Yeah, firefighter, that is very fascinating.
How?
Just yesterday I asked her, I'm like, what do you want to become when you grow up? She's like, I'm going to be a firefighter. And my son is like, Mama, I want to be an engineer, or I'll go to the space. I'm like, whatever you like.
Wow, kids these days have really fancy, dreams, ambitions. But how is firefighter such, hit thing nowadays? Like back in when I was a kid, the maximum we would think is maybe
A doctor,
an artist, doctor, engineer.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Sometimes.
kids have exposure, right?
Yeah, this
They
kids,
have
Nowadays,
they have
schools also
information.
teach them, or like tell them about different fields, like what
Fields,
kind
yeah.
of works are going on. So they have this exposure to everything, like this and that and this and that. So and they feel like being a firefighter is like a
Adventurous job.
Adventurous job.
It's very
Job.
something spontaneous. You're doing something
Yeah.
really nice or taking care of people and all. So
You're saving their
yes,
lives.
yes.
You're doing a good job.
Yes,
It
yes.
feels like they are heroes.
Heroes.
Yeah.
That's what she told me. She was like,
Superhero.
I'll
Superhero.
save people and I'll be a hero. I'm like,
I'll change
good.
that. I think since we're talking about girls, we can call it Sheroes.
Yeah.
That's the trending name
Superwomen.
right nowadays. So,
No, like Wonder Woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
So nice. So all you said this thing, and that is why now this is striking me. You said that you always wanted to be a dentist,
Yes.
right? You all have chosen like very different paths and everything. You have been selling jewelry since like गुजराती में कहे तो गर्थूथी में कदा चाहे but you've been doing it since your childhood and you have had the dream of being a dentist. So I want to know from you girls, right? Okay, whatever the profession that you guys are doing right now, जिस profession में आप हो उसके बारे में आपने कब सोचा, कब डिसाइड किया कि मुझे यही बनना है, right? Not everyone decides about being the person that you are right now, right from the sake of childhood, right? Paths घनी जगह change થાય and everything happens, right? So ये वाला profession कब decide किया and what is the story behind this? Right. We'll start with you only because you said a lot about dentist thing. You are so much passionate about dentist thing. मुझे लोगों के दांत निकाल के उसमें नहीं fit करना.
There is a story behind it. I was around 7 years old when my grandmother had to get her denture done.
Okay.
So we used to visit a dentist for all her appointments. And I, being a cutest kid, I always was with my grandmother whenever we went to a dental clinic. So I happened to go to a dental clinic n number of times. But finally, when my grandmother got her denture, because back in again 25 years back, that was little time-consuming procedure. So after maybe 15-20 days, when she got her denture and she was able to eat, so that was a satisfaction what she had with her dentures, and which I had that my
True,
daddy
finally.
and now I want to do that, and that's how it was decided by me that I want to be a dentist.
Do you send commission to the doctor still? I think she has done a fabulous job. She's sitting in a great house, which is owned by Millie, by the way. So all these fancy things that you see. So किसी के दांतों को निकाल किसके दांतों की दीवार पे ईंट लगाई है पता नहीं, but so yeah.
Thank you so much. But this is my in-laws' place,
Okay.
and like they are also excellent in their profession. But I would like to say that is how the seed of dentistry was implanted into my head,
Okay.
and I am
Right
doing now
now.
implants.
Okay, you're doing the
implants.
implant, right?
So that's how the implant tea grew into me.
Wow. That point was implanted into everyone's mind very well. Okay. Who else would like to take the chance? It's an open platform. So, yeah, go for it.
So I was in the grade 7 and this is like again 20-22 years પહેલાની વાત છે. સો ત્યારે છે ને માય મોમ એક ટેલર ભાઈને ઘરે બોલાવતા લાઈક કર્ટન્સ એન્ડ કુશન કવર્સ ની કરવાય તો સામે કરે તો ફટાફટ 2 દિવસમાં થઈ જાય.
માથે ઉપર રહીને કરાવે તો ડર થાય
ટ્રુ. સો માય મોમ વોઝ લાઈક કે આ ભાઈ બહુ ફટાફટ કામ કરે છે, મશીન ઉપરથી ઊભા જ નથી થતા, લંચ બી મશીન ઉપર કરે છે, તો 2-3 ડેઝમાં ઘરનું બધું થઈ જશે. એન્ડ વન્સ માય મોમ ઇઝ આઉટ ઓફ રૂમ ના, હું ઓલા અંકલને કહીશ તમે કર્ટન પછી કરો, હું મમ્મીની સાડી લઈ ગઈ હોઈશ, મેં તમને ડ્રો કરી દીધું છું, બહુ રફ સ્કેચ ડ્રો કરી દીધી, આવું કહે છે. આઈ યુઝ ટુ ટેક મેગેઝિન્સ, ત્યારે ઓલી મેગેઝિન્સ બધી આવતી, મને આવો જ ઘાઘરો જોઈએ છે, મને આવું જ ટોપ જોઈએ છે. એન્ડ માય મોમ વોઝ લાઈક કે આ કામ ફિનિશ જ નથી થતું, હું વચ્ચે મારું કામ.
It's like
સો ફેશન મને ત્યારથી જ ગમતું હતું, બટ એઝ ત્યારે ફેશન વોઝ નોટ મેઇન
Mainstream.
સ્ટ્રીમ એઝ અ કરિયર કે So mainstream મને કોઈ પૂછે તો I was interested into medicine. So I was into science. I was science student, right? But I didn't score enough marks for medicine. So then I said, okay, I'm not getting admission in medical college and I will go for fashion. So my dad was like, कहानी रह गई.
When you did that, I was like, जाओ. And then he was like, गाड़ी रह गई.
Yeah. I don't know, he got so furious and like કોણ સાયન્સ કરીને આટલા વર્ષ ભણીને ફેશન ડિઝાઇનિંગ
Okay,
કરે.
I'll say एक dialogue है वैसे. कौन लगन करसे तारी जो?
No.
Okay. We Gujarati people, maybe Indian people will give me लगन कौन करसे? Am I specifically when this comes to guys? Out profession select कर.
Yeah. True. So I was like, yeah, struggling. My dad, no. You are getting admission in good engineering college. So basically, मैं कीधु ना तो but yeah, I have done engineering in electronics and telecommunications.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sad story. I can relate. I'm an engineer too.
Okay. So then engineering second year સુધી તો I'm like, no, I'll go crazy अगर હું ખાલી engineering just કરીશ તો. So I got information about the event management institute જે રાજકોટમાં ત્યારે start જ થઈ હતી. So I was like, dad, હું 4 વર્ષ પૂરા કરીશ પણ તમે મને event management કરવા દો તો I'll do that.
अच्छा. Like barter deal.
Yeah. So yes, part time. So like 5 o'clock સુધી engineering college, 7 to 9 I used to go for event management class. And my dad was like, event management માં એટલી બધી events માં જવાનું, if you don't give exam તો નહીં ચાલે. So I was like, okay, I'll do that.
Fast finish.
Yeah, so that I did, and then I continued. I did post graduation into event management. After my marriage also मैं ઘણી events કરી છે, and luckily I got exposure enough, Bombay, Indian Idol, Gladrex, Family Miss India, but I've been there. I've been to destination weddings with good companies and all that. But then, as you said, કે baby plan કરું તો અને event management માં time, there is no time schedule, production work નહીં, બધું રાતના જ હોય એ રીતે. So before planning my baby, I thought કે હું fashion ભણી લઉં. So I studied fashion designing in 2008.
Okay.
And yeah, since then I joined IFJD, જે રાજકોટની બહુ જ famous institute છે, Institute of Fashion and Jewelry Design, અને બોસ્કી મેમ પાસે જ મેં fashion designing કરેલું હતું.
Okay.
So yeah, I used to manage the institute for say 3 years, and then as I got my experience and I got confidence, then I started my own studio.
Nice. So थोड़ा घना पाथ आम तेम फरता था.
Yeah,
But then
but since 7th standard I was into
this was
fashion.
there already inside you. The
Yeah.
seed was there.
Yeah.
I think it grew into a tree right now. Alright. Cool. Ma'am, why don't we have, because we know her story, I think. You can still say about the architecture thing. But yeah,
So, like, I vaguely remember, I don't really remember, but my mom used to tell me that when I was like 3 or 4 years old, like she used to get me some nice sketchbooks and drawing books. I used to color them, I used to draw lots of things. So that's how I know, and I still have those books in which I used to draw and color. So it was like still at the time when I see, I feel like, oh no, being that at that young age, I used to do some nice good drawings because still I feel it's good.
it's good.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can watch it. See my drawing.
Exactly. So, like, as days passed and years passed, and I think so, I was in my 10th standard.
Okay.
At that time, I was so much focused that I want to become an artist and I want to get into fine arts. And then I did a little bit of research, and then some of our family friends, and I used to talk to them about I want to get into this field. So there were like few feedbacks. It's like I don't know, people might get offended of this, but it is just like fine arts is kind of field that not everybody can get famous, and it's a very difficult field. Because it's everything is about painting and then making like lots of paintings. I don't know, like there are lots of things in there. But particularly I wanted to go into painting only because I was very interested into that. And then later I just found out, like, okay, if I want to earn good money and I want to have like a good career, so then I can't choose fine arts, and then that is how I chose architecture. So then I
A
thought,
lot of the finance people will not be happy with him.
exactly, I know that they won't be. But yeah, of course, there are lots of artists who
Good
are
at
like very famous, and then they're earning like good, like, at times you can't even imagine it's that good money. But I don't know, there are like lots of hardships and like lots of struggles. So I thought just to choose little bit easy, like little bit, not too,
That's
but little
completely
bit
fine.
easy,
That's
yeah.
See.
So that's why I chose architecture, so that at least like I have some basic, and then at least if I'm not getting proper architecture projects, I can still get interior designing projects, and that is how I can step up, and then I can design like buildings and like, I don't know, like lots of different things. But then like somehow eventually I got into jewelry
Jewelry
business.
design.
Yes.
But you're taking the ownership of your own family business.
Exactly.
And I'm really happy to say that, a lot of times it's happened that, we have been listening among the friends and among any other people, that, where the son inherits the family business or takes it ahead.
Yeah.
But seeing you, or I have actually quite a good number of friends who are like female friends who have inherited or taken their family business to real top-notch levels, right?
Yeah.
From whoever they've inherited, right? So when I see young women like you, right, taking up the charge of the business, specifically that has been running since long, to establish a business is definitely hard, but to maintain and then to take it one notch higher, right, to expand its wings, right, that is equally harder. It's not an easy task,
Yeah, of course.
right?
Yeah.
Because then you don't just have to match, the customer's expectation. You even have to match those expectations who have started that business.
True.
So like, I'm definitely sure that you and your mom would sometimes also have this, नहीं ये ऐसे नहीं करना, ये वैसे करना. You will be having those times. Your mom will like, नहीं अपना customers ने आउच गम है. You will like, नहीं मम्मी अपन try नहीं करें तो नवा customers नहीं बढ़े आपको ने. So I think that banter just होए ये था on and off
Yeah,
चालू
like of course it happens.
that is
Lots of
happens.
times, yeah. Everybody has their own opinions as well.
because as the generations change, right, the way of the business will also change. But then whatever is happening is for the sake of the benefit of the business and the family.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And that is a proud thing. I think you being the youngest among all of these is going to motivate lot many girls out there. Like, not that I'm saying any of you do this, but I think she taking up this charge would motivate lot many women out there who sometimes think that probably if they get married, they move on
have
to the next home,
Yeah.
right? But you can still actually do the business of your family that has been going.
Yeah,
on. You
exactly.
can actually make it, real big and real amazing. So yeah, that was your story. When did you decide you want to do the jewelry business, or you want to get into the jewelry business?
એકચ્યુઅલી હું હાઉસવાઈફ જ હતી
Okay.
અને અમારી ફેમિલીમાં ક્યારેય કોઈ લેડીઝ બહાર નીકળીને કામ ન કરે બિકોઝ લાઈક બિઝનેસ હોય અને બિઝનેસ રન બાય મેન ઓનલી. તો લાઈક અમારું જોઈન્ટ ફેમિલી હતું અને પછી જ્યારે મારા હસબન્ડ નહોતા ત્યારે મારા માટે એવું હતું કે સિચ્યુએશન સર્કમસ્ટેન્સીસ એવા હતા કે કિડ્સને રેઝ કરવા માટે અને ઘર ચલાવવા માટે કામ કરવું જ પડે એવું હતું. પણ શું કરવું કે જ્વેલરીનું નોલેજ હતું કેમ કે અમારી ફેમિલીમાં બધી જગ્યાએ જ્વેલરીનું જ બિઝનેસ હોય.
Okay.
અને લાઈક 4-5 years મેં મારા હસબન્ડ સાથે બી કામ કરેલું કે અમારી આખી ફેમિલીમાં હું ફર્સ્ટ એવી લેડી હતી કે જે બહાર નીકળીને શોરૂમ જતી હતી
Okay.
અને એમની સાથે મેં જે કામ શીખેલું એ મને બિઝનેસ ડેવલપ કરવામાં કામ લાગ્યું. અને ધીરે ધીરે પછી અમે લોકો આગળ વધતા ગયા અને કામ સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યું. ત્યારે સ્ટાર્ટિંગમાં મને આર્ટિફિશિયલ જ્વેલરીનું નોલેજ નહોતું, મને ગોલ્ડનું ને એનું જ નોલેજ હતું, ડાયમંડનું. પણ ત્યારની સિચ્યુએશન એવી હતી કે જો ગોલ્ડનું કે એવું બિઝનેસ સ્ટાર્ટ કરીએ તો એમાં ફૂલ ટાઈમ તમારે ત્યાં રહેવું પડે, તો કિડ્સને કોણ સાચવે, એને કોણ સંભાળે. તો તો એના માટે આર્ટિફિશિયલ જ્વેલરીનો બિઝનેસ સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યો કે તો શું છે કે હું થોડી વાર માટે લાઈક કિડ્સની સાથે બી રહી શકું, એ લોકોને પણ ધ્યાન રાખી શકું, બિઝનેસ બી કરી શકું, બંને વસ્તુ મેનેજ કરી શકું. એટલે ધીરે ધીરે કરીને એવી રીતે મેનેજ કરતી ગઈ. અને પછી જ્યારે અમે લોકો કસ્ટમાઇઝ કરીએ કે જે કસ્ટમર સેટિસ્ફેક્શન હોય ને, એ જે હેપીનેસ આવે ને, મની એટલે કોઈ દિવસ એવો વિચાર નથી આવ્યો કે પૈસા શું મળે છે, એક એ સેટિસ્ફેક્શન મળે છે કે કસ્ટમર જે છે એ કેટલું હેપી થઈને જાય છે, એને વસ્તુને કેટલું એપ્રિશિએટ કરે છે. એ વસ્તુ આજે પણ એ જ થાય છે. મની સેકન્ડ થિંગ ફોર મી, પણ જે કસ્ટમર સેટિસ્ફેક્શન છે ને, એ લાઈક એની સ્માઇલ જોઉં ને તો એમ થાય કે બસ આ જ આપણે કમાણા છીએ.
And I think, just a point, I can make like one thing I know. If we talk about art jewelry, I think hands down we can all agree to this. Art jewelry, Martin, the first name that comes to anyone's mind in Rajkot is copper. मतलब मैं personally लोगों ने suggest किया जो मैंने as such मैंने jewelry में make I don't think I've ever been to the showroom, right? But मैंने कोई पूछे कदाच बाहर में कोई माना से, so I'll just take a recent example. One of my friend who lives in Surendranagar came to shop for her bridal outfits in like Rajkot. ત્યાંથી when we got free, she and her parents, they wanted to go to like to buy some good jewelry for I haven't been there, but I knew okay, there's a place called Copper Art, you can go there, I think you'll get there, right? This is a recent example, as recent as કે એક મહિના પહેલા. This is not some flattery thing, but actual example જે એક દોઢ મહિના પહેલા થયું છે, right? Like Krupali is her name, I can take it on record. She's now married in Ahmedabad. So એ અહેમદાબાદ પહેલા જવાની હતી શોપિંગ કરવા માટે. Then I asked her, why do you want to go to Ahmedabad? You can actually come down here for a bridal outfit and everything, right? And then when she was here, that is, so I think everyone, hands down, guys, girls, I think if they talk about art jewelry, I think you've made such a huge name out of art jewelry, right? That everyone knows where to go for it, right? Like they buy, they don't buy, that's a different concept or scenario. But they want to once come visit and see, right? They buy it, they don't. That is what the brands are. No, not everyone can afford an Apple iPhone or a MacBook. But when there's a launch event, every single person is going to watch what is new in iPhone and going to make memes about it. But that is worthy, right? So everyone knows about it. If circumstances made you do this, I am thankful you were not passionate about this since very childhood, because you would have killed a lot of businesses across the world. But I'm really hopeful to see that Copper Art really makes big name across the world. So keep doing what you are doing and keep flying the name. Yes, Nidhi, I'm sorry.
Yes, as I'm into coaching industry, I take up life skills with people. So I still remember when I was a kid, I was hardly 6-7 years old. At that time, my grandmother used to watch and listen to Sudhanshuji Maharaj. At that time, he was very famous, even now, but at that time. And I used to get very impressed, I could connect with him. At so young age, I would say, but I could connect whatever teachings he used to give to people and make things understand. And thereafter, I developed this habit. Like I have two younger brothers also, and I used to whenever I used to come back from my hostel during my college days, I used to spend hours with them, telling them my stories, teaching them background stories, and they till date they appreciate like whatever you taught us at that time, you guided us, we are moving on that path. And then I didn't know that I can take it as a profession. I thought it like whomsoever I could help, I'll help. But now 2 years back, this corona, I would say this lockdown had been a boon for me. Like whole industry, this coaching industry came online. And being with during my pregnancy, during my second delivery, I attended that 3-4 level courses for this life coaching, and now I have become a life coach. and I have taken it. Means I had no idea that I would take it, but yes, I can say now I am pursuing my passion. That's
And so ये ख्याल कब आया कि चलो अपनी खुद की book लिखते हैं? When do you think about being an
this
author?
2 years back. 2 years back, I had this that I want to be an author. Because I used to guide my brothers and my relatives a lot. So at that time, I sometimes used to think that they are not in receiving mode. They are not taking whatever I am trying to give them. They are not understanding. They are not at that level. So I had idea like in book whosoever will buy, he or she will have intention to learn from it. So means whatever I want to teach, they are ready to receive. They will better take advantage of my skills. So like, and it is something I would say we might not remain here after 40, 50, 70 years, but words will always be there.
Words stay forever. Words stay forever.
They stay.
So, see, writing a book is not it's not an easy. It's not an easy task because to speak to someone is still much easier, but to frame a set of words where you know that how is this gonna impact a lot of people. You need to go through a rigorous process for this, right? And so that's anyway a very hard task. I'm definitely gonna read that. I'm not a parent yet, but yeah. So and neither I'm right now studying as such anything. But I think this is you're always a student at whatever the age. You keep on learning new and new things. Maybe through educational process or maybe through story process. So that is why we do such things. That is why I run podcasts. That is why I do anchoring thing, and that is why I meet people like you to learn new things. And I think this is something that I'm gonna keep to myself and learn something or try to learn something. Yes, when did the fellow happen, or when did the makeup thing happen?
Okay, so the story goes as such. You can say it was a self-obsession or self-love kind of a thing. Because I used to live in Sudan, we have usually all the salons, the staff members or the people working there are more of them Philippines and Ethiopians and Eritreans and from different nationalities. So the work over there, it's different. When we come to India, things are different. The work done, it is different. So whenever we used to come here, I used to visit salons because I love pedicures. So every month I do go for a pedicure. So almost I visited every salon. I'm not like saying bad about anybody, but this is my personal experience. So I have been to many salons, and the basic thing about a pedicure is it's like the cleaning of the feet, like the heels and the cuticles and the nail and everything that is concerned. But in India, people take pedicures in a different way. They want massage, they want whitening of their feet, and it's a bit different. Yeah. So I always used to try a salon everywhere, and I was never satisfied. And we back in Sudan and in Dubai, we have this service called Moroccan bath. It's a very nice body treatment, which is not anywhere in India, not even in Bombay or anywhere. So we used to do it like frequently. Every month we do have our sittings and all. So that thing came up in my mind, that why don't I start this thing, because I am never satisfied with any service or anywhere I go. Yeah, India is doing like Rajkot, they're like good hairstylists, and other services are definitely good. But for me, I was never satisfied, So that was the thing which made me think, I want to start a salon. But I didn't think big at that time. I was, gonna play in a very less thing. So that's how I started, and my still till date I do have clients who really tell me that, after doing the pedicure, they do really tell me, like, the pedicure that we experienced here, it's different. We did not get the same concept or whatever somewhere else. So I feel good about it. And also the Moroccan bath and all, it's actually from Morocco, the treatment, and it contains a special soap made of olive, crushed olive, glycerin and all. It's a whole 1 hour process. So that those things, those 2-3 things, hit my mind, that I do want people in India or Rajkot also to experience this. And I actually have clients from Mumbai and Pune and Ahmedabad. Whenever they come to Rajkot, they just come over for the Moroccan bath, because that is the different
Experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was, the pedicure thing got me to a big salon.
Nice. One basic last question. So all of you love your profession. That is what I can feel.
Yes.
You guys actually love it. But if you had to tell, or if you had to speak about other activities that you do for the satisfaction of your soul, maybe, if someone likes reading, someone likes gardening, whatever, right? What do you guys do for your own self-love,
time.
or me
Me
time,
time.
me time, that we can say? What do you guys do? Let's start randomly with Nidhi this time. Right? So, what do you do for your me time, or what is your me time?
My me time, I would say that I want to pamper myself, nurture myself, my body, my brain. I make sure that I spare at least 30 minutes a day for my workouts.
Okay.
Then at least 30 minutes reading some good reads for my brain, for my mind.
Okay.
And definitely taking care of my body, nutritious diet, healthy diet, and not to abuse my body like a dustbin that you dump whatever you get and you eat. I would say I make bit conscious choices about whatever I eat.
Okay. So that is your me
Yes.
time. Okay. How about you, Dimple?
હેલ્ધી લાઈફસ્ટાઈલ માટે વર્કઆઉટ કરું છું, રીડિંગ કરું છું, સમટાઈમ ગિટાર પ્લે કરું છું.
You play guitar? You sing? Do you sing?
No.
Okay. Do you sing, Khushbu?
No, not
You
at all. I am pretty sure, like, if I sing, people are going to run away.
Nice. Okay, cool. So, તમારા me time માં તમે guitar play કરો છો. I think you are fond of music.
હા, અને બુક્સ રીડ કરું છું, અને વર્કઆઉટ તો કમ્પલસરી એવરી ડે 1 hour.
Khushbu,
Don't ask me, I do nothing.
you just spend time with yourself. Instagram?
Not really. Actually, like,
Watching movies,
yeah, I like watching like nice content. As in, at times I like watching documentaries.
Oh, wow.
At times I watch some like not always, but at times I want to watch some rubbish movie as well, where I don't have to use my mind.
You just put your mind aside.
Exactly, and just
I
watch
love
something.
that. Like I've been told by a lot of people कि यार ये
Don't
कोई
watch
मत
it.
देखना.
Yes.
Like यही तो देखना है. यही तो देखना है.
Yeah, so and I enjoy watching Friends, which comes on Netflix every day. Like, not every day, like, basically
You can just watch it.
there. It's
Watch it.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's there. So whenever we have our lunch or dinner, or whenever like we have time, me and my brother will watch at least one episode. So it freshens up your whole mind completely. Whatever you're doing, it's just flushes out completely. So I enjoy that. Recently I'm doing one painting, so I'm just into it right now. So that's what I'm doing right now. And like every day I like to as in like get proper ready, and then I step out of my house. So that's my daily routine. That's what I need, basically. That's what I need. Otherwise, I don't want to go out of the house. So yeah, that's one basic thing I do every day for myself. That makes me actually happy. That I'm nicely dressed up. I'm nice and ready. So yeah, I enjoy that. So that's my daily routine that I do, and this is something basic I do. I am not too much into like health conscious or something like that. I'm not into that.
Thank God,
seriously, I'm not. I'm not. And I don't even think like I should not eat this much or I should not eat that, and like I'm not.
Just enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. At times I feel that I don't want to eat, so I don't eat. Otherwise, I enjoy most of the time eating.
ये वाली
So.
चीज़ नहीं होती, मतलब it is when do you not want to eat, like
No, at times it happens. At times it happens. Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. Himali, what about you?
Well, mostly all of my month goes morning to night salon because there's lots of handling in there. But yeah, we do have this at night once we're back home. Me and my husband, we make sure that even if how tired we are going to watch something on the TV. So, the whole day process is just forgotten. And mostly when we are like too much frustrated or too much tired with work, we just, it's been always there. Like, abhi 12 baje ko is like, we are going at 2. We don't know where we're going. Just pack your bags, we're going.
Wow.
And we drive everywhere and we go,
Random places.
random places. 2-3 days we are freshened and then we are back to work.
Oh,
So
nice.
those are like me time only when I am out from the workplace.
Nice. I just hope that when you go back to your home, you and your husband don't watch news channels. those things cannot pressure up your mind. It's like
Never.
It's like रात को फिर आप बेडरूम में जाओगे, आप झगड़ रहे होंगे, मुझे ये चीज जाननी है. It's like India wants to know, like I want to know.
No, we watch good contents, movies and series and all.
No, those are also very good. What do you say?
He's into journalism, so he does not need to watch.
That is a fictional.
movies.
So right now, journalism sometimes is more of a fictional thing.
So he knows all the news from up till so. There's no need for a
Good
news.
for you.
Yeah, it's good for me because I hate news. Whenever there's something sparking up, he will
Let you know.
He's like, no, I have to watch this news because it's a story coming up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do my Instagram.
Cool. And what about you guys?
So as I'm always busy with my work and being in a studio and customized designing, you don't have fixed time especially into events when I'm into events. But whenever I get time, as she said, I also love pedicures. I just go for pedicures and hair spa and all that. I love to spend time with my daughter now, so I do activities whatever she wants to do. If she wants to read, then both of us read. She wants to go for a walk, we go for a walk. We play a lot of board games,
Oh, nice.
So for us it's a rule, every weekend family have to be playing the board game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I don't have routine. I cannot follow routine more than 15-20 days.
Oh, that's nice.
I keep on.
I can't have plans like fixed plan. यही pattern में life चलेगी तो मैं बोर हो जाएगा.
Yeah.
And then what happens when something is fixed and that day comes, you're like, oh, I won't be able to do this.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Like even an enjoyment thing, वो pressure आ ही जाता है. Like,
Yeah.
प्लान करके घूमने का बनाए तो
You
ये
have
यहाँ
to
से
be
वहाँ जाना है, वहाँ से वहाँ जाना है.
packing. If you're planning
When the
a
day
trip,
comes,
then-
you really don't want to go.
Yeah,
Like,
you're just
no.
following the timetable,
And specifically जब घूमने जाते हैं ना, I hate those kind of trips वहाँ पे आपको 6 बजे उठ के वहाँ पे
Exactly.
Waking up at 6 because you don't want to miss your free breakfast included.
In that case, I would always miss.
Sorry?
In that case, I would always miss my breakfast. I have
Yes.
never enjoyed my breakfast.
See, not for the sake of losing part, but I I really love the buffet breakfast.
It is good, but you can't we do that. We do go, get up, have the breakfast,
And then go
continue the
sleep
sleep
again.
because you're already on a holiday, so you just
Sure.
continue the
You
sleep.
just sleep back. That's
Yes,
cool.
yes. and after the hotel breakfast, you always get a good sleep.
I agree to that. I would agree to that. I've had real no good sleeps after that. Yes, Millie. What do you do for me time?
For me time, I like to upgrade myself in dentistry. That is again my me time. And
Okay.
I upgrade, I learn new things in dentistry. I learn new material, I learn new techniques, and I try to implement that. Again, at my clinic, it is my me time.
Okay.
Clinic is my me time. My patients are my me time because I like doing what I do. Apart from that, I do like to read. I read Indian author books, of course. I cannot follow Angrezi authors. I like Chetan Bhagat.
Okay.
I like Indian authors, and because they're very easy to read.
Okay.
I know that is very stupid and superficial of me
No,
saying.
that's your choice.
That's-
I
yeah,
do like because I turn pages fast
Acha.
Yeah.
because Indian author, right? we
Skimming
know
and
that I-
scanning.
Yes. So we do that, and I do like to travel. And apart from that, I am a foodie, of course, and then we like to hang out with friends every day, every second day. I like to socialize, of course, and then I like to go out for coffees, tea.
Oh, you do make good coffee.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You should come to my clinic also. I do make good coffees in clinic also.
Next time.
And that's it. Like, I like to chill.
Nice. Cool. So I think I've had amazing time. And one last thing before we move to the game. I said one last thing for the previous thing, but one last thing here. Because I don't want to end this without this. So if for all the women out there, right, if you had to tell them one so small thing, right, about owning their mic or making their mics on and giving their voice out, right, because it is on their mic or on her mic, what would be one small piece of sentence, not a piece of advice, right, but a small piece of sentence, maybe from your own life, maybe a small piece of statement that you would want them to know, what would be that?
I would say follow your heart and trust in God.
I would say, especially to parents, to grandparents, or the people would be parents, that you need to upgrade yourself. Time is changing so fast that you cannot take parenting as the way you have been parented
Okay.
from your last generation. So do upgrade, otherwise in next 20 years you will be completely outdated. And you will lose that bonding connection with your family, with your kids, with your children, and you will lose the taste of life. So do upgrade yourself and then upgrade your children.
Time is the best healer.
I would say like just be confident what you are doing and do like even if you're doing something wrong, even be confident for that. That's the best thing. Like
Own it.
yeah, exactly. Own it.
Yeah.
Own it.
I would say love yourself first. That's very important, right? And keep following your passion, keep trying, and keep learning.
Find happiness in your work.
Wow, you're so much into your work. No, that was nice. That was nice. So, to all the women who has reached to the end of this video and who has interestingly watched this video, make sure that all the women out there in your life listens to this video, listens to this amazing stories, and if you have amazing stories to share with people, I think all of these women would love to equally hear to your stories and make sure to reach out to all the larger public. And so therefore, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video with everyone. From me, Shranga Ragani, from us to all of us, happy
Happy Women's Day.